The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
Hi Pep.
Hi.
Could I ask you about the season that Raheem Sterling's had and his development this year? Scored more goals than ever before, more assists. How pleased with you have you been with the way he's developed?
A lot. I think he's make a fantastic season. He made. Hopefully, can maintain the national team in the World Cup. A lot. Always, I have the feeling. The most. What I like the most is the fact I have the feeling, and maybe I will be wrong, but I'm wrong. But I have the feeling he can do better. And the stats, the numbers in this season was top in terms of assists and goals and the influence in our attack. I have the feeling that playing inside, not just wide, it always creates a lot of problems. And I think in terms of mentality and belief, how good I am, Sterling, I'm good. So make a good step forward comparing from the last season. So, but football next season will start again from zero, and we will see he's ready to maintain that level. I think he can do it.
Because one of the things I noticed last week was after the West Ham game, he'd made 3 assists, been given man of the match.
Yeah.
The first thing he did was go to the referee and ask about the penalty decision. You also mentioned the penalty decision after the game, and the penalty he didn't get against Liverpool. Do you think that maybe he's not given the protection that he deserves, and maybe he's got an unfair reputation outside of the club?
Yeah, but he has to learn of that in terms of accept the reality. Of course, the people talk too much, and of course, the people say he's diving and something like that. When the people start to talk about that, the people believe he's that. But he's a guy who's quite honest in the terms. So he's smart, he's intelligent. So in terms of, he's a guy who never kick for the opponent. So it's, but at the end it's a problem for the referees, not for Sterling. So it's penalty in Anfield and penalty in West Ham, and the referees don't decide to do that. It's not the Roger Sterling problem. It's the problem for the referees. So they have to fit the meetings for themselves, not the meetings for the other people. But you have to accept it and you have to handle. So if one guy make own decisions, stand up, go forward, next one. So I learned from the best player in the history, never complain on the pitch. They kick, stand up, and go. So he has to learn on that. So it's happened. So the next action is the most important thing.
Just one more question on that. Arsene Wenger accused Raheem of diving early in the season. Do you think that may have had an effect?
I don't know.
People's minds?
I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it was penalty. The game we said that it was penalty. So but he's a guy who's so fast. He's quicker than the other ones, and he's smarter than the other ones. That is a value. So when you are quicker than your defender, smarter than your defender, so sometimes it happens. But he's no guy can all the time go there. So, but you know, when sometimes happen once, you believe it's always like this. And in general, he's an honest. No, in general, no, he's an honest, an exceptional guy.
Fabian Delph, do you think it's a risk for England to take him to the World Cup, given that there's a lot of games in a short period of time and his injury record is not the best? Do you think that might count against him?
Maybe it will be no risk to take him in the World Cup. Maybe will be a risk. Don't take him in the World Cup. So. No, today was Gareth Southgate was here. We speak together about the English players here in the team, and he's the light with all of them, with the Johnstones, with Kyle, with all of them, and Delph as well. So I think I would like to see Fabian Delph in the World Cup. Of course, depend on Gareth, because I think he deserves. He's a player who can play in different positions. He's a player When he was ready playing the fullback, going inside and play, always we play good. He helped us to play good football, good better, to give an extra pass and had a good heart. He's a fantastic person, and I think he's a guy for the group. Last season, this season didn't play, always helped to the team, always being there, encourage the guys. He's playing in his position. It's a good value in the big tournament. It's important to have a good guys who's playing, a good guys who are in the bench. And it is an exceptional play. The only problem, I agree with you, is the fact our dream is next season be, regularly more fit than he was in the last 2 seasons, especially last season. But we're going to try to work on that.
And just one more from me. Kevin De Bruyne obviously lost out again in the awards to Mo Salah. It seems to me, I've noticed in the last few years, that these awards, individual awards, are becoming more and more important to the players. They want to be the top scorer, they want to be player of the year. Is Kevin very upset, do you think, that he hasn't won an individual award?
We didn't speak about that with him. I didn't feel it when I saw him these 2 weeks. Nothing changed the fact, the performance, because the people may think about what they have done in the last period. So since Zagos every 3 days was there, with the season he made, Kevin was amazing, but he's champion. So I think we'll be remember Kevin in his life is once in the seasons 2007-2018. We won the Premier League, and I was fundamental to achieve that. And I think that is when he'll be proud the most. He can see and say, okay, in my life once, and this once, I don't know in the future win more. In once in my life I was the best, was part of the best team in England. And that is the most prize and the more value for him.
Pep, no English team has won the Champions League since Chelsea in 2012. In fact, no English team has reached the final. How important is it for the credibility of the Premier League for clubs like Manchester City that an English team does well in Europe's top club trophy?
It's so important. So important for the national team as well, for everybody. It's so important for English football. They have to try to be exceptional and stay once every 7 years or every 10 years and be regularly. This season was 5 teams. 5 teams go through, or 4 teams go through to the next stage. And Arsenal arrived at semi-finals, and the other teams. But I think the performance in general was good in the English football that season. But we have to maintain that. But it's so good for the football. Liverpool is in the final, and hopefully can play a good game.
Last one.
Vinny Company will pick up yet another trophy on Sunday.
Yep.
In your opinion, is he already one of the great club captains in Europe? And how do you see him contributing to Manchester City going forward after this season? Because he's obviously got another year left on his contract.
Well, we will see. The opinion from Vincent. Vincent, when he's fit, is one of the best central defenders I've ever seen in my life. So, for personality, for win duels, what happened in the box, he's a... But the problem is a little bit quite similar with Fabian, the maintain that... but now we have the feeling that the same feeling last season when we finished 7 games in a row winning, he played all the games and say, oh, Bean is back. And this season start with the problems. Hopefully next season cannot happen. But of course the same case with Yaya. So with Vini, with Sergio, with David, they have already won 3 Premier Leagues. So when you win 3 Premier Leagues, you have to start to talk about something seriously, because it's not easy to win once. Imagine 3 in a club like Manchester City, like not have a backup, a big huge backup, So that's why we are so happy, and I'm going to make tomorrow, Sunday, a picture with him to a guy who won 3 Premier League, all of them. So, and we will see. I think with Vincent, they decide to extend to be here. It depends of him and depends of his physical condition. I think he will be honest with himself to say, I'm ready to play because I play regularly, and of course when it's going to happen, I think Manchester City is not going to drop him, but it depends of, when you play just 8 or 10 games in a season or 12, it's not too much, it depends of him. But I think the feeling is getting better in that terms, and hopefully next season can be fit longer because we need him. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, guys.